things been going?
My name is Kathy Rachels, and I'm president of Yes Organic Market. And currently, we have 8 stores in the Washington, D.C. area, and we have about 160 employees. Our family immigrated this country 40 years ago.
And you started with your brothers, right?
Yes, I have 2 brothers. They are my partners. And first store, when we opened it, we mortgaged the house to do it. And we worked 2 jobs for a long time. Now we only work 1 job, but it has been growing steadily. Second store, actually, we purchased the building backed by SBA loan. And after that, we've been growing steadily.
That's great.
Yeah, and we have 6 stores that we purchased the building also through SBA.
Now, the organic foods, is this mostly fresh produce, or is it processed foods? Or?
It is total grocery store. It's a miniature. Some people say it's a miniature.
It's like a miniature Whole Foods.
Yes, that's what they say.
That's what they say.
Yes. We have everything.
What they say, Whole Foods is a larger version of.
Yes, organic market.
Yes, exactly. That's what they say.
Right.
Absolutely.
So we are planning to grow some more. Actually, currently we are negotiating one location in Arlington.
Right.
We normally have about 20 employees in small stores.
Per store.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one more in DC area. So we still growing.
So it sounds like business is going pretty well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We've been blessed, and this is American dream.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, I tell you, your stories obviously are being duplicated all across the country. Each one of you were willing to take some risks. As you guys said initially, you got started with your own savings, and scrapping together and mortgaging your house and so forth. And obviously you had to take the leap, but you had a good idea. You provided a great product, and you are living out the American dream.
We are.
I'm very pleased to hear that the SBA had some useful role in helping you guys expand.
We couldn't have done it without.
Yeah, and that's very encouraging. And I'm glad to hear that things like the bonus depreciation make a difference in decisions.
St. Elizabeth's project as well, so you get outreach.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well.
Government contracting is really helping businesses like contractors,
Right.
Get some work.
Right.
And
Well, one of the things that we wanted to do is make sure that when it came to government procurement, that we break these up into pieces so that a small business can compete. So it's not just the huge guys that are benefiting. So now, as you guys are hiring, part of what we want to do is maintain momentum. One of the things that we've proposed is that every time you hire or you increase your wages on your workers, that you get some tax relief for that, which means that potentially at the margins you might decide each employee is costing a little bit less. Maybe you can hire a few more. Maybe that leads you to have the kind of capital to open the next store after this one. And this is an example of the kind of thing that Congress could be doing right now that would help sustain the momentum that you guys have already built for yourselves. So we'll see if Congress is willing to act. That's part of the reason why we want to bring all these folks here, is to tell them get to work.
I think maybe we can convince them with some hoagies.
Well, there you go. Absolutely,
well, right?
Absolutely. So the absolutely. Well, listen. What I just want to say to the reporters who are here, you've got 3 small businesses who are outstanding examples of American entrepreneurship, whether it's food services, retail, construction, all across the country. You're seeing examples of folks who have confidence in the economy and have confidence in America, and it's their ingenuity and their hard work that's allowed them to be successful. But organizations like the SBA have also made a difference, because sometimes private financing isn't willing to take a chance on a couple of young guys who have an idea about starting a great hoagie shop. Sometimes it may be that a smaller business, like a construction business where it's relatively capital intensive, is going to have difficulty competing with some of the larger companies in terms of buying the equipment that they need. And so actions by Congress and good execution by the Small Business Administration can make a big difference in helping these folks succeed. It's not going to do it for them. It's not going to make up for bad service or a bad product, but when you've got a great service or a great product and people are willing to work really hard, then action by government and the SBA can help give them a hand up and get them started. And this is the reason why we think it's so important for Congress to act right now. The economy is recovering, but we've still got a long way to go. Too many folks are still out of work. You've got some headwinds, the situation in Europe, and still a difficult housing market. And so we want to sustain momentum. And one of the ways that we can sustain momentum is for Congress to take some actions right now, even though it's election season, even though there's gridlock, even though there's partisanship, take some actions right now that would really make a difference. And we've put together a handy to-do list. It's very short. I've been talking about it over the last couple of weeks. One of the items on that to-do list would be to provide tax breaks for companies like these that are hiring new employees or raising the wages and salaries of their existing employees. Either way, what that does is it gives them an incentive as they're expanding to say, maybe we hire an extra 2 people, maybe we hire an extra 3 people, maybe we hire an extra 10 people. And they will have additional resources to continue to grow and to continue to expand. It's something that in the past has been an idea that garnered support from Democrats and Republicans. There's no reason why we shouldn't act on that right now. The same way that we should be allowing all families to refinance, because if they've got an extra $30,000 in their pocket, then they can buy more hoagies or go shop for some outstanding organic foods. And it's the same reason why all the other items on the to-do list could really make a difference. For example, some of these small businesses may be interested in hiring a veteran. And we've already done a lot of work on veterans hiring. One of the items on the to-do list is a Veterans Job Corps that could potentially put some veterans who are coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan to work rebuilding America. So my message to Congress, and I'm going to have a chance to see the congressional leadership when I get back to the White House, I'm going to offer them some hoagies while they're there, is let's go ahead and act to help build and sustain momentum for our economy. There will be more than enough time for us to campaign and politic, but let's make sure that we don't lose steam at a time when a lot of folks like these are feeling pretty optimistic and are ready to go. All right? Thank you, everybody.